blessings to you, to whoever is listening to this. Thank you to Dr. Tisha Zveen, to the Synergy program, who have been a catalyst to my continuous growth and consciousness. Thank you to all of those who are part of Synergy, all of my sisters and brothers, kings and queens, who are holding space for each one of us. I'm so honored to be part of this entity. And before I go into the reason why I decided to record myself, I want to explain to you that I come from a place that I have a very strong resistance to any sort of leadership. In fact, I left a religion. I still honor and respect the people, and I respect the roots of it. But I left it strongly, and I've never had a guide or a master or a guru or anybody that I felt I could follow, that my spirit felt it can follow, because my life is very much led by my spirit. I am an energetic healer, always was, on many dimensions. I work with many people privately, and the spirit has always been guiding me, but I couldn't surrender to any kind of plan or any kind of program or organization or a church or a synagogue or anything, because it just didn't align in my spirit. And my purpose of this video is not to convince you. It's really straight from my heart to share my experience to the world, so that people like me, who are spiritual beings, and we all are, but some of us are really born very much connected to our intuition, and then we're told that we're weird and we're crazy, and we know we're not. And for people like us, and I've become, part of my journey, I've become an atheist for a while, and I've been doing a lot of studies. I have been a teacher for 15 years of a religion that I come from. So I am aware of different gods, different spirits, different concepts. But there has never been a gods that I related to. And I knew that it's relatable. When I was told that it's not relatable, when I was told that there's nothingness up there in the spiritual world, that it's paradise, but it's a nothingness of paradise. It's nothing. It's not a idea, not a physical, materialistic idea. And I knew that it didn't align. First of all, we've learned that whatever is on top is on bottom, whatever is on bottom is on top. So there's a congruent world. It may be way more intensified. It may be on a level of soul and spirit, but it's still there. And sitting with Dr. Tisha Zveen, I explained to him when I walked in that I have very, very tremendous doubt in him and everybody who offers these type of classes. And I said, just want you to know my truth. I don't want to sit here and not be in my truth. And he was very, very supportive and loving, and there was no sort of pressure or anything, just love and heart. And I felt it. When there's love and there's heart, you know it, you feel it. And I started sitting with them, and immediately I began to see his work. I began to see his work that he's doing on healing in people. I began to see the exchange of energies. I saw it with my closed eyes. I began to see the light, the ball of light. I began to see Krishna. And when I started seeing Krishna and all the other gods and goddesses, specifically Krishna and Radha, I suddenly felt like I know this world. This is not strange. This is not something I have to learn. Yes, I need to remember. There's a difference between remembering and learning something from new, like you're learning a formula, a scientific formula. It's new, you have to memorize it. You're learning chemistry, you have to remember the chemicals. Over here, it wasn't remembering it. It wasn't something new. It was a memory that's coming back and a familiarity. and the love that was emanating from Krishna, the acceptance, the humility, also in other cultures, and I'll bring it up because that's what mattered to me. So that you are a human, an angel that's walking a similar path to me, this may be talking to your spirit, to your soul, to your heart, to your mind. If you're a person that doesn't buy information but needs to know it. And we've always learned about this God, this greater being who's just bigger than all of us, and we can't attain it, we can't understand him, and here it is, Krishna, who's like really a greater being, actually greater than great. He's the creator of all this, yet so humble and interacting and so friendly, the way he invited me into the castle, into Goloka, and everywhere, and the way he even showed himself to me in places where I was told that Krishna isn't there, and he showed himself. He says, well, I go everywhere. I may look like someone else, but I am everywhere. But I am everywhere. And I'm here to support you. And just the love that I feel from him, I can sometimes just close my eyes and just envision it, feel it in my body, feel it in my soul, feel it in my spirit. I like to feel love in my body, I am a human being, and so is everyone else, and it's just important. And I'm in the process of manifesting and materializing a partner. And the way I love, I've been told for so many years that that my love is different, and that it's just a game, it's unattainable. But then meeting Krishna and Radha, I was like, no, this is it. This is the love I know, devotional love, the love of service. I don't remember the word they use, seva, the love of service, the love of unconditional, just unconditional giving, and just purity that usually embodies itself in the body and the mind and the spirit and the heart. When you have those attributes, it takes over everything of you, because that's the act of falling in love. And that's what I felt from Radha and Krishna, and I'm so thankful for it. And that led me to believe that, I know that the master, the king that I'm looking for my final soulmate, after so much expeditions in life and karmas, this is it. It exists. Whatever exists on top exists on bottom, and I can get there, and I can get him, and he can find me. It's about surrendering. It's about service. It's about losing yourself and finding this whole new self. It's not really self, it's a oneness. It's a union with everything else. And that led me to realize how it would be so wonderful for the kids, for my children. I'm a mother of 5 kids. And I said, I'm learning this just now, and it's giving me so much strength and love and power. And I'm seeing my life, things already happening. And it's not even about things happening, because I'm not here to conquer or acquire. I want to reach paradise. I want to reach heavenly realm where there's no anxiety, and I want to be able to give it to others. The only way I can give it to others is through attaining it myself. And so I realized I should introduce Synergy to my children. And so what I started with was my little baby, my 2-year-old, who sat with Dr. Tejasvin for a couple of hours. And this is a 2.5-year-old who doesn't sit in silence. He doesn't really sit. And here he was, sitting on the couch with me, cuddling. He asked for popcorn. He figured it's like an interesting little movie to watch, Dr. Tejasvin talking with the music. And he was just so precious. And Dr. Tejasvin was telling me stuff that it's all true. I mean, there's nothing, and, directly channeling from the divine. And immediately when he started to do the inner work, which I don't have the exact terminology, I'm sorry. I'm new to this, but truth is truth. Truth gets transmitted. So the second he started to do the inner work for Aiden, going into his physical body from energetically and removing obstacles, he fell asleep. And he fell asleep so deeply and so well for like 2 hours. And all he wanted to do was rest. And this is a child that's constantly running. And he was just resting. And then we went out to the jungle and we saw 2 deers. Like in Galoka, we saw those 2 deers come to us, kind of tell us, welcome to this union. And I'm looking forward to continue this journey together with my family and Synergy and my guru, Dr. Tejas Bin, who I've accepted and surrendered as like a father, like a true friendship lover, like a true, beautiful, magnificent master and divine channeling of Krishna himself. And I thank you for listening.